Friday evening, we're coming into the last 2 minutes of market trading. The intention of this video is to cover both what we have seen today across the markets and across DWAC, and also across the past 5 days, because now it is Friday, the markets are going to be closing for the weekend of course. I want to give you guys a quick update on what I think has happened with this stock, and ultimately why we are down 7% today. So if that does sound like a good concept for a video, make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe. But do remember, this is not financial advice, and I am not a financial advisor. On top of that, I think it is extremely important to inform you guys of the risk that this stock carries. It's extremely risky, and I think you guys need to remember that before investing. But yeah, now I've said that, I'm just going to remind you guys that we are doing a fundraiser for Save the Children. We're trying to get up to $300 now. Thank you for all of the donations so far. Let's keep it going. Let's get up to $1,000, but you guys are doing amazingly to have a positive impact on children's lives going into Christmas. But now we're going to start off on the simple chart and just look at this stock over the past day and the past 5 days as well, and speak about what we have seen. So on the 1 day, you'll notice that we are down by about 6 to 7%. So really, that's not too big of a drop, and the way that this has happened is very clear on the chart. So we apparently opened up on a price of 72.76, but clearly we have had a bit of a drop since then. So I'm assuming that we had a pretty strong post-hours / pre-hours going into today, and yeah, from there we have dropped. And now really, from that point, it wasn't looking too bad. You will notice that we had a flat day for the majority of the day from there. This started to change out at 1:15, and we had our spike. Now this spike continued till about 2:30 and took us all the way up to highs of the day at 74.70. Now from there we fell down quite quickly, and then we hit our lows of the day, which were in this dip down here, down at 66.85, and from there we did actually go up a little bit, but from this point we did start to move down, and that is clear. So yeah, coming in towards the end of the day, it's not looking too bad on the 1 day chart, but clearly the numbers don't lie, and we are down by an amount. Now the 5 day chart is also not looking too good for the stock. Bear in mind, we are still coming down from this big push that we had at the beginning of this week, and actually the late part of last week. So you will see Monday we were on a price of about $90 and 97, and actually some points, especially opening up, we were actually above $100. So yeah, we've dropped quite significantly from there, but as you will know if you have been following this stock, it did take a very big rise, and I did say at the time some sell-off was inevitable for this stock. Now one thing that is good is that we found a bottom on Wednesday. The bottom was roughly at $55, which is good to see, and the fact that we have bounced off there so far is very nice. And then from there we went to our highs up at $76, and like I said, we have been falling ever since. So key points to take away from this week. I don't think it's as bad as some people are perceiving it with this stock, because we do need to remember one thing. This stock is still up big in the past month. Look at where we are. If you'd have bought this stock on the 19th of October, you'd have paid only about $9.95, so about $10 for it. And if you'd have sold it at the highs, you'd have made well over $120. So clearly, this stock did give people a lot of profits, and the fact that we have seen it dip a little bit is just to be expected. However, one thing I am very happy about is the fact that now we do appear to be consolidating, and we do appear to remain comfortable in this range. So going off from that, why have we seen a bit of a drop into Friday? Well, I think there are a few clear reasons, and these become a bit more clear when we zoom out to the 5 day chart. But just before I discuss this with you, I want to give you guys a quick rundown of the technical indicators. So on your screen, you will see our RSI, our MACD, and also our moving average. We're going to look at this on the 1 day, 5 day, and just a quick glance at the past month as well, and then I'll share more of my thoughts. So on the 1 day, we can see things are not looking too bad overall. We're sat just a little bit below our moving average, and again, this is somewhat to be expected because we have had that drop, but I'm not too concerned about that, and things are still looking good. Now the trend on the RSI is perfect at 49. Bear in mind 50 is neutral, so 49 is where we want to be. You will see that the MACD down here is still a bit bearish. It's ever so slightly towards the red, but it's not looking too bad at all. On the 5 day, you can notice that the charts aren't looking too bad either. We are sat on the moving average, which is to be expected. We're a little bit higher than it, but it is to be quite close, because we have had, like I said, not too much movement downwards from about Tuesday or Wednesday, and quite a lot of flat motion, which is good to see. Now, ultimately, the RSI is a little bit low at 41, but it's nothing to be concerned about in my opinion either, and the trend on the MACD is still bearish because of this drop towards the end end of today. So things are not looking too bad on that chart. Come out to the past month and a few things are clear. We have the RSI, which is dropping a bit lower now, down to 68. It's coming down to where we want it to be, because bear in mind, it was back at 70 plus just yesterday, and before that it was at 100. So we want this to come back down to a more normal level at 50 or somewhere in that range. So I'm not too concerned about seeing the RSI dropping. One thing that we are seeing drop today is our volume, which is on 19.54 million. This is compared to the previous day's volume, which was 33 million, and the day before that at 47. And all of this volume figure looks low when we zoom out to the high volume that we had back here of almost 500 million when we had our first spike just back here. So what can we take away from today? I think today is not necessarily the worst day in the world. I think some of this was to be expected, because bear in mind we have still had a relatively strong week for the stock. I know it's not looking too good when you look at the 5-day charts and see that red, but please do bear in mind how much this stock is up. I think the fact that we have found consolidation from Wednesday into the rest of the week is a very, very good sign. I think people are aware of that. Now Friday, I think it was inevitable that some people were going to be taking profits. I know of a lot of people that are using this stock as a decent swing trade, and I completely do understand the potential for that. For example, if you'd have bought the lows back on Wednesday, you could have made some decent money, but of course the risk was quite high. So I do assume that some people will be selling before the end of the weekend. I think this kind of has caused us to drop a little bit. Now, when we look out to the general markets, you can see some of these are looking okay. We have the Dow Jones looking quite volatile over here, and a few of the others are still looking fine. So market factors are not looking too bad today. I don't think that has played too much of an influence in it. I think what we are looking at with this stock in particular, I think what we have seen is this big growth. I think we're having a bit of a cool down from that towards the end of week, and really being down by the amount that we are down by after being up so high is not that bad. And the fact that we have seen quite a flat day on the 1-day chart does make me quite happy. We've seen quite a lot of consolidation, and bear in mind we have been down to this range before. You will see this candlestick wick down here, which took us almost to 50 range. So it's not like we're touching new lows on the stock. We have been here before, and it really isn't too concerning. If we get that consolidation slash growth upwards on Monday, I would be quite happy. And to be honest with you, I'm not even looking for too big growth. What I'm looking for is for this stock to basically consolidate and find a level where it is comfortable, and hopefully see more moves upwards. But please do bear in mind, as I have always said, is this stock a good buy or not? I cannot tell you that for certain. It is going to be extremely hard to read, and it is extremely risky. I do appreciate the fact that this stock can move up very, very quickly, but I think you should also understand the fact that this stock can move down just as fast. I think it is important to remind you of that all the way through the video. So if you think this stock is a good buy, of course it's up to you. If you think it's not the best buy, drop me a comment as well. I want to hear how many of you guys like it and how many of you guys don't. Again, my opinion is just be careful, and if you are looking to get into it, be careful with your risk management. Don't put in more than you are willing to lose, and you should be fine. But thank you for watching the video, guys. I'll see you all again with another one tomorrow. Goodbye. So thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further, we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks, including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes, and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that, guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.